record on this. All right. Hey everyone, lead generation today. We're gonna be going through the leads.
Yeah, it's a big meeting. We are in the end of September. Leads were generated this month, and we want to go through the process now and kind of approve or show the process, or maybe not approve some of the leads. So let's go and kind of give a summary of what happened basically even this month, and that will be preparation for payments next month.
Perfect. So yeah, the first lead was from Rido, home confectionery.
Yeah, Raudo became very active this month. He got it. He went in. It's a very good example.
Yeah,
I think of
very
someone
good.
that doing a great. Yeah.
And yeah, and he's bringing on so many different, or talking to so many different people. It's really cool to see.
Yeah, and here we are looking basically on the lead generator form where they present to us a lead that they have, and there were 8 forms that were sent this month, as we can see up, and this is one of them.
And this was one of the first meetings you guys had with him, or you had with him, right, Yoram, with home confectionery. So
Yes, I mean this lead I think was approved.
yeah.
And then we had a call, which this comes to the next session, which basically certify the lead.
Okay. Perfect. The next one. Fleximent. That conversation already was had as well.
Yeah, this
And we approved
conversation
it.
we had all together, and yeah, basically, I think it's also an approved lead, and yeah, we can see then the next steps. So there's different steps. The first, we get in the lead suggestion, then we kind of accept it, and then there is a call. So yeah, and so now we are seeing just the lead, the people that send the leads.
Just for some feedback, if you scroll to the bottom, that question about why do you think they're a good match to Cardano? We should really look for some kind of blockchain like application or tie-in. I think co-owner and CEO of multiple companies doesn't tell me that it's a good match for Cardano.
I agree with that. That's a really good point.
Yeah, so this is some of the feedback we need to give, right? Also. And the team in general. I mean, that's this is why I think one thing that we had in the first month is that they send the message and then they write directly, and then they make the meeting, right? Without actually getting a formal approval. And I think we need to, or they go to this one. Sorry, they got the formal approval. I think from you, call, right? I mean, we discussed it and they got it.
Yeah. I think I did give him, but
Okay.
he did have he's had all the meetings before I sent him the emails though.
Okay. So I think we need, and this is why I told him now, he sent me a couple of more leads, and I thought, okay, we are going to discuss it on Friday, and then we are going to come back to you. And I think that's important that we have this process in place.
I agree, and yeah, I think now that kind of things are a little bit more clear, like with the process, I think it would be easier, like let's say Rido was starting today, then he'd like understand like, oh, this is what I need to do for this step and this step. And I feel like him and Bruno, it was just like a little bit unclear, just because they were kind of like our guinea pigs, a little bit.
Yeah, that's perfect. But here I agree with Nori, and yeah, we all were into the meeting, so this yeah, it was approved.
And then Bruno, uh, Brunga Park.
Yeah, it was an incredible lead. Can you go down how does it fit Cardano? Yeah. Also, okay. Also here we might be good to get more information, but in general, I filled up with it, and yeah, and then we had a call. It was incredible lead.
Maybe I say like minimum 3 sentences or something like that. For like question, like
yeah,
for that
or,
question.
or even like a Cardano application. Like, is it traceability? Is it an ICO? Is it some kind of DApp?
Okay.
At least some idea of what they think the connection is to blockchain.
Yeah. Good point. Okay, that's lead number 3.
Sorry, I was just making a note. Lead 4.
Yeah, so here he basically sent it and he organized a call and kind of invited me in 1 hour to the call, which is great energy and so on, but we need again to make sure that there is a approval process and then we can set up the call.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
So I couldn't join the call, and this is why I also organized the following call the following week.
Why do they make a good match for to Cardano?
Okay, I mean that's a nice sentence that you put
Yeah,
in. So
yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, I think that's good.
so this we can say that it's, I mean we will have the call together next week, right? So
So we can like kind of give them these updates this next week, or is that kind of what you're saying?
no, I'm just thinking. I mean, we have 2 options now. Either we because we had the first call with her, and I think he sent the report already of the call. So let's review the report, and then we'll see if we are satisfied with that or not
Okay.
in terms of a
Do you
team.
want to finish these and then review the
Yeah.
report?
Let's finish in my view.
I
Yeah.
agree. So volument, um, privacy friendly Google Analytics. They try to revolutionize.
Okay, this is by Ryder, right?
Yeah, I think that's like, trying not to track visitors' data or like for analytics. I guess that has like some type of social impact connection a little bit, but
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, yeah, what would the blockchain part be like?
yeah.
I'm thinking maybe looking at the way Brave browser does their BAT token or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm struggling to find like without thinking about it pretty deeply how to.
Yeah, but this is where they need also help, right? So it's one thing to bring impact company. Yeah, we can define better that we were looking for impact companies that have some sort or some ideas already
Mhm.
how
And
to come to the blockchain or that have some awareness.
did you guys see that Canva presentation that Bruno and I were kind of putting together? After this, I can show you, but it was kind of like this seed star slide we created for the first
Yeah.
presentation, but like multiple different examples. So like berry trees in there, Empower, all these different company examples. So like they can give that to the companies they're talking to, and then also just like have that for the meeting, be like, hey, this is berry tree, like this is seed stars, this is yeah, kind of like some more like hardcore examples kind of, or easy to explain maybe examples or easier with that presentation.
Okay, so what do we feel about that? Should we tell him, should we reply and say, can we elaborate more a little bit about how it's related to the blockchain?
Mhm.
Or,
And that's volume.
And we could drop these comments into the DWork tickets, and then it will create the thread on Discord as well. So there's multiple ways of communicating with them.
okay, that's a
Plus
good idea.
on
So,
DWork, it'll keep a trail of our kind of approved, not, or questions back.
I think that's a good idea. And also I do have another question about the D work. When they're after they've like created their first collaboration or first like meeting and they kind of send us the data and submit the D work for that, um, would we remunerate them and then like maybe set up a subtask within that same D work task? Or would it make sense to set up a completely new task?
Um, I think anything related to one payout should be in one task because
One
that's how
task.
the Treasury Guild works. So yeah, the initial $100 should be one task, and then the the follow-up 500 should be a second task.
Okay, perfect.
Because the second one might never happen either. So
Negative, yeah.
That's true. That's very true.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go through, and if I like wrote anything that was like subtask or something, I'll fix that. All right, so I'll ask for some more clarity on this one, or we can just add it to the D work really quick.
Yeah, so do you want to see how to do it in the D work and already do it and kind of send it to them, or should we do all the 8 and then we take it forward? What do you suggest?
we could do the notes directly in D work if we want.
Here, I will pull up the D work so we can.
It's very exciting to see how this month really Bruno and Raido, they really started to kick it off, right? So it's cool. And we need also to discuss that, I mean, in general, I mean, because Raido himself, he can get 50 leads.
Yeah,
Right, if we continue like this.
maybe we like
So
have a limit or something, just so more
just that we
people are
can learn from the
participating.
process, yeah. Just that we can learn from the process somehow. But I don't know. We need to think what we think about it.
Just gonna get rid of these subtasks I created.
And as per the instructions from the Treasury Guild, I'm moving everything out of the done column.
And that should that be in like in progress or
It'll be in
in
review. And then
okay.
once we hit approved, or accepted, I guess is the term, then they will do a payout. And once it's paid out, it'll go into the done column. So anything in done, we know that the people have been paid.
Okay, perfect. That's good to know.
Okay. So
Yes.
now you are putting it in review or what? Where?
Yeah, if you do a refresh, you should see it.
Okay.
Awesome. Perfect.
And I deleted the test one.
Oh, and I think I might have. See, I like added a subtask on this one for him to do the verification form. Should I just instead like of having it be a subtask, just like a comment? Can you, hey, can you?
Yeah, you could do it as a comment.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, Raido wants to join the meeting now. We're okay with that, right?
Yeah.
Yep, this is the community one.
Let me share it with them. It's good to see how active he is.
Then I can some.
Just making coffee.
All right, so that's good. Back to this. So volume in, I will, or we were gonna say in D work, we were just gonna send them a message to kind of say some more on how they can connect. Oh, perfect. You did that already. Awesome. Thank you.
And the
Hey,
Treasury,
Raido.
hey, Raido. The Treasury guys put a template task into the main space. So I'm gonna kind of copy their format for
That would be super helpful.
Yeah, hey guys, yeah. I thought we're gonna have a meeting at 3 p.m. Like, you know, I was waiting for it like for a while already, and then realized no, it's actually 2 p.m. So
Oh,
sorry, been late.
that's my bad. I must have said it the wrong time. Yesterday.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I'm not honestly in UTC, so sometimes I like I won't even be looking at the clock. But
all right, no problem.
So let me say, I can say meeting is on now, right? And I put it there. I put it in general, right?
Mm-hmm.
Meeting is on now.
That's perfect.
Okay, right. Also, just to explain you what's happening here now. So we are going through the different leads and the process. And we know, first of all, bravo for all your passion and excitement and doing and kind of jumping into that. It's really wonderful. I think one thing that is important and we discuss is, first of all, we're trying to establish a process here. It's still learning and kind of process. So it's important that kind of when you send the lead, we give it time to review it, together, and then we review it, and then we say, okay, it's paid, and then we establish the call. And then after the call, you write a call summary, and then the lead is basically approved for payment.
Okay, yeah, I know. No, sorry. With the last one, I was kind of rushing because it seemed like it was almost like give or not take it. Like some of them, like people are like very busy. So they only response with only 1 or 2 words, and they say, okay, I can have only meeting then, and I'm like, so I don't even want to rush you guys. Sorry. If it,
I understand, but we're trying to build a model and so on, and somehow we're trying to build a process, and then we'll see how we improve it. I mean, for this kind of cases. Otherwise, it's very tough for us because,
I'm here also help as well and to go over the process because I've been doing the lead generation, so I've seen it from the outside picture. There was like some paintings that didn't go together. So I can actually reflect that and work on this idea as well.
That would be amazing.
That will be very helpful. So that's one thing, and then we went through we already went through the list that we generated and kind of had the calls already. So we didn't go. We were going just through all the leads now and say if they're fine or no, and then we will go into the summaries and we will prove whatever was a call, and that's kind of the status we are now. And then once we know it here, we update the remarks also in dwork. And no worries here. So now, for example, in the which one is this?
This is Vaj.
Okay,
Vaj.
but do we want to speak about the previous one, just that we coordinate with him, because we didn't decide yet if we.
Sorry about that.
No, not this one.
This one we sent a.
Cole sent me some information already about as well, like few
examples.
Yeah,
I need to send you some more too, just because
I think so too. Yeah,
I need to think a little bit more of some other ideas of how they could really connect.
Because this is the tough one,
Yeah, it is a really tough one.
But the guys, the owner, said he would be interested to see how this would make his analytics more even faster, efficient, or he was open-minded. And they have VC investors behind them as well. So this project is pretty much success, and they have already I think 7,000 or 10,000 people waiting for the launch as well.
Wow.
No, this is great. I think the part is we need to see how a little bit some ideas how it can be associated with the blockchain, right? And then set up a call. And not all call will go into an agreement, but
true.
Just to think about that, But it's great.
Ideas like maybe they're doing Web 2 website analytics. Maybe it's Web 3 analytics that they could move into and incorporate some of the blockchain stuff.
That's probably the biggest idea, what they could do.
That's kind of what I was that's kind of what I was trying to say yesterday, right? Pretty much.
You said the same thing,
do,
for example,
I just didn't know exactly how it would work.
But you said let's say Cardano projects that get done completed here, they could probably do the analytics for them. But it is in general it's Web3 analytics then.
Or like
Okay.
say Gimbal Labs has their Gimbal tokens. If we had analytics on how the token was moving between wallets and had a nice report on this week, 50,000 tokens moved between 17,000 wallets, and here's the volumes, and that'd be really super interesting for projects to see how their tokens are moving around and stuff.
Okay.
Things like that,
okay.
I think would be, for analytics, I think that's a huge opportunity.
Are there any projects in the Cardano space that are kind of trying to do that?
There's a
just
couple
tokens?
websites that track token stuff, but it's pretty rudimentary still.
I see.
It's not like you get with the modern website analytics that are super like, you can see like user journeys and drop off rates and button clicks. And,
Yeah.
um,
Okay, so basically this lead, then we approve it, right? This to take it to the next level and have a call.
Yeah. Perfect. That sounds
Or
good.
we have any alignment? So we there is a use case that we can discuss, and we looking forward to have the call. Again, in general, I will fix if it's Nori. I don't know your availabilities, but if you want any one of us to be there, I mean, also Nori and Cole to be there, they will not be available before. I mean, one option can be Tuesday, 2 p.m. UTC.
I'm generally not
yeah.
available until 3 p.m. UTC.
In general, okay.
In general.
And
So,
I might be on the road, honestly, that
I think
day.
with the moment, like now, if I have idea to propose like Web3 analytics, that could be awesome, like, you know, so I think I could manage this one, like, you know, so.
okay, perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, next lead.
Awesome. That's the one we just were on. Vaj. Am I saying that right, Vaj?
Watch. I think so, yeah. They are creating this social media platform where they incentivize people to add video there, and consumers to have as well, incentivize consumers or who watch the videos, as well as they try to take away the personal data away, and they don't want to register this at all. So it's like against all the GDPR and all privacy. They want to leave this aside, and people can decide themselves what they do, basically. And
So
they have some reward systems there right now as well, but they would like it to have like Web3 reward system and maybe some token or something like that as well.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, maybe they could make like their own token for the platform, kind of that.
Yeah.
Yes, they have some idea with the token or something like that.
Or even
right now,
that token, because there's already a kind of similar token in use out there. Maybe we can build an equivalent. And
I think he mentioned something that he had 2 ideas with the blockchain, but I wasn't sure like exactly what he meant by that. I think he meant that to have a coin and the token and to run them somehow parallel. I don't know how like that.
Maybe, yeah, maybe if you could have him clarify that a little bit, that might be some good information. And I edited all the forms so that you should now get responses for each one, and you should be able to go in and re-edit your response as well.
Right. Okay, that's great. Awesome.
So that will help like with just adding additional details, I think. And then also DWork could be a good place for that as well.
Okay.
The next one.
Yeah, this is just like just a guy, like, you know, I mentioned, he said like he doesn't have this business, but he would be more than welcome to probably like join the community some stage and exchange ideas. And I think he works with the startups, and you guys totally decide itself. I don't really mind about this at all, like, you know. I think they have this RoboShopee.
Yeah,
I checked this.
Sorry, please.
Yeah, this RoboShopee was like, I think some strategic, the great strategies, I think brand strategies and strategic positioning for startups. And I've seen they had like some big things like Coca-Cola and some big companies there as well. So, but like this can be even like, I don't even mind if it's not lead, like, you know, but then in terms of like future to bring him into community, I think it will be great, like, you know.
So it's
Yeah,
not,
so
not,
no,
it's
please.
less, sorry, it's, just so I understand a little bit, it's like a kind of a guy who's connected to all these different companies other than just like one company itself.
No, he has his own company, there's a RoboShopee, and I've seen that they have been working with the big companies like Google and you know, like Coca-Cola and these, and they do some. You can open even the RoboShopee perhaps, that website, yeah.
Oh,
Can you
that's
see?
the website.
Yeah.
I see. What were you gonna say, Yorm? My bad for interrupting.
No, so my feeling, I mean, if again, this is just my feeling, and tell me, I think this is a little bit a side one for that. I mean,
Yeah,
he can
yeah.
join. You can onboard him as a lead generator if you want, and then he can start being join the community and become a lead generator, and then
That's what I. Yeah, sorry, yeah. Go on.
And then through that, it starts basically to understand and know the community and come with ideas and make some money. So that's just an idea for me.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. I thought this as well, like side thing more, like, you know, but I think he would be probably great at addition to the community, like, you know. Like if you can go back to the website for a second.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. See, they are like kind of designing some strategic vision for like startups. And if you go down, more down there, more, a little bit more. Yeah, so these are the companies that they work actually. So it seems like pretty big one, you know.
Yeah.
The Coca-Cola, Disney, L'Oreal, Volkswagen, Fox. Like, yeah. They designed a strategic position for startups and large organizations and companies.
Yeah, so that could almost be like they could be a kind of like their own impact lead generator, like kind of bringing.
Probably something like that. Like, but
Yeah,
this can be totally exciting, like, you know.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Well, yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on that? Sorry.
Yeah, I agree with Yorm. I think he might make a really great person to connect the community with different places, and he may have his own ideas when he comes in and does stuff, but I'm struggling to see we're really looking for impact organizations and people.
Yeah, we can totally leave this out as well, like, you know. I put it more up there, like perhaps like just introduce him to the community, like, you know, even not like to get paid for this as well, like that's fine, like, you know.
Okay.
Maybe go to the next one. Or
yeah, we can exclude this one, yeah.
Yeah,
maybe
we just say this one's not really impact focused, and
yeah, I'm totally fine with that.
Okay, next one.
We have one more.
I'm sorry, just making a note. And then Bruno has another one as well. Mossy Earth.
Mossy Earth.
Here he is actually.
No, it's Melanie. Hey, Melanie and Bruno.
Hey.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey.
Hey, Cole.
Thanks for being
Bruno. Here. We just mentioned your name and you came in. So I'm going now to say Charles Hoskinson. Charles Hoskinson.
Yeah, he walks in now.
Does he have the link?
That's it. Okay. Now, Bruno, you're as important. It's good to have you here with us. How are you? You hear us?
Yeah, all good. I was getting confused with the time zone, which is why I'm a bit late. But I just checked my phone. I was like, well, what is 4 p.m. CET? And I see it's 3 o'clock my time. And I was like, oh shit. Okay. Should have been there already.
No, it's okay. So let me tell you a little bit about the process. So we basically in the end of the month now, we are going through all the leads and kind of giving them kind of just going to see that they're in line with what was defined and they're okay. And once they're okay, kind of it can take to the next step, which is making the call. So we're kind of finalizing now with the lead, and this the one that you just brought on board is the last lead for the day. So, and Ryder also did great this month, and you, I mean, you two are the two pioneers, and it's wonderful on the model, and it's really great, and thank you for that, and we're looking forward to improve it and learn it with you together. Do you want to speak 1 minute about this new lead that you mentioned here?
Sure, I can briefly just talk about it. It's a group that I saw on YouTube. I was just following them, and they do work specifically on rewilding projects. And yeah, so they work mostly, I think, in Europe, but they have some projects in North America as well. And I think, yeah, that they want to expand. And they do a membership service. So yeah, you can choose to pay like from $5 a month, and you support, you know, planting trees, rewilding, and all their efforts through the membership. And yeah,
rewilding. What is rewilding? Sorry for my bad English.
Rewilding. So making stuff wild again.
Ah, okay, I love it. Okay, rewilding. Okay, that's nice.
My British accent is too strong, so things don't come out properly.
So they plant
I think
like
it comes
native...
out of Britain too, though. Rewilding, the idea comes out of Britain, so it should be said with a British accent.
Exactly.
Good. And what do you think it will be? So you write it, bringing in more groups or individuals that regenerate projects in rewilding to connect those with technology that can support and scale their efforts. And you have some ideas how, just like this, how it can support their efforts, or some ideas how it can work?
Just, I mean, I had a brief call with them already, and they don't seem to have a lot of challenges, right? I was like, you know, I was trying to get some challenges out of them, and they were like, oh, no, everything's going pretty well, you know? But maybe they didn't want to share at this time, or maybe they really just don't have any challenges. And in that case, I just told them that it could be a good technology for them to scale, so attract more customers and be more transparent, market better. So yeah, and I told them briefly about like Veritree and, you know, other similar, I guess, projects that we have, and yeah, they seem quite interested in that area of monitoring and verifying the rewilding through the blockchain. So yeah, cool avenues we could go down.
What do people get for their membership?
Sorry, what did you say? Sorry?
What do people get for their membership? Like, why would I become a member? Because there's a difference between donation and membership, and membership implies something. So I'm just wondering, because that might help tie into the blockchain stuff if we understood what membership provided.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I got a membership myself, actually, just before, like a little bit before the call. That's why I was kind of interested in their project. And yeah, it's got like access to a few different pieces of content. I think you may get early access to their YouTube content, if I'm not mistaken. So like, yeah, access to the raw footage rather than the edited one that they put out. But yeah, I need to kind of go into that a bit more. I think that's a good point. See exactly what makes up the membership, to see, where to go from there.
And it looks like it also, like, from becoming a member, like they plant native trees from your membership fee, or something like that.
I think that's the main idea behind it.
So I think it will traceability for your tree that you got planted or something on blockchain.
Yeah.
So I think definitely there is some things to speak with them. And do you want to? So from our side, I think it's basically it's follow the guidelines, and it's fine, right? We can take it to the next level and try to set up a call. Does that make sense, Bruno?
Yeah, that's the one thing that I wanted to do for them is they were interested in seeing a document with some more solutions, and that's why I reached out to Cole, and he started a little document. I don't know if he's finished that or not, but
yes, it's
I wanted to forward.
Okay. Sorry, my bad. No, I was just gonna say I was trying to wrap it up, and I'll wrap that up today. It's like almost finished. I just want to clean up a couple little things. But yeah, I think that document will be super helpful, and I will have that ready for you so that next meeting is a lot easier. And yeah.
Sorry, this document is solutions that are already built on the Cardano blockchain. Is that what it is,
Yeah,
Cole?
yeah.
What I've been looking for to try and figure out myself. Oh
Um,
my God,
and I can
this is
show you an example of it if you guys want.
Yeah, and then you can see there is a presentation here. I mean, that I use a draft one. We can do others, but that also kind of give a quick intro to Cardano and to Catalyst and Cardano for Climate, and so that also you can always share that.
And I made it a little clearer too because it was a little hard to find those resources. So I added those to the handbook or the like welcome pack. I don't know the key details document. But yeah, this is pretty much just going to be like a business example. So how do companies use Cardano today? I'll probably add like another sentence there, just to show the onboarding process again. And then Seed Stars, Empower, thank you so much for doing that, Bruno. Berry Tree, Loxa Inc., collaborations with Goodwall, DigiFarm, Positive Blockchains, the Ocean Cleanup, Algae Token, Earth Natives, and then if you guys have a couple other good ideas or good groups who are using Cardano, we can add those as well. And then I was just kind of thinking it could be like a little deck that for the collaboration meetings, you can kind of either like pick a few examples that you kind of go through, or you can kind of just present them with all
What
these
about
examples.
block carbon?
Ooh, that's
And
a good one
also
too.
the SPOs, the emission-driven SPOs, these would be really important to connect to. I'm
Block
feeling like we're
carbon.
missing a lot of stuff, and people feel like they have to, you know, create their own stake pool in order to raise funds. So
Yeah.
And
That's
then
a good example.
what was the second one you said?
The SPOs, CMC.
mission-driven SPOs.
Guys, I'm just aware 1 second from the time, so we have 10 more minutes. Do we want to finish the process in terms of also the reports, go through the reports that were sent, so we approve the lead after the calls, and that we can approve it for the Treasury Guild for payment for next month?
Yeah, if you want to bring Georg back up, I added some stuff there for clarity.
Yeah, I thank you so much, Nori. I think those tags
Okay.
are gonna make such a big difference, and I will reload this because I don't think they're popping up.
And is that according to what Andre needs in the Treasury Guild?
Yes, so
yeah,
the format is for the title of the task, we have to have what it is, and then -earn amount. So it would be the 100 ADA. Oh, there's a typo on the volume one. And then during this meeting, when we approve the lead to move forward, then we can add the tag approved, just so that lead generators know that they can move forward with that. And then once it's in progress, the lead generator can move it in progress, and we can use the comments. Like if you click on Volument, you can see we added some comments there. It'd be good to discuss more about the potential blockchain application for this company, just so that we can have some conversation before we do the approval. And then we had that conversation here at this meeting. So I added the approved tag after we completed that.
And so in this case, you know, adding the link to this document would be amazing, right? Too, once Cole has got it, saying this is the document, then other people can use it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what we can do is create a new lead template here, and then just duplicate it each time so that it has all the right links and resources for leads to just use.
That's a great idea. That's perfect.
Yeah, I just have one remark. It's 200 ADA, right? The lead generator and approval.
Is it?
Yes, I think you
Yeah,
are.
yeah, it's 200.
I just put the numbers in today, so we can go on.
No, it's the official. Yeah, it's 200 ADA.
Okay. And then just for process, once it's ready to be reviewed, then the lead generator can move it into the in review column, and then we will review it in this meeting. And then when it's approved, we add the approved tag. And then what happens is the Treasury Guild will go through and look for any task that says approved. And at the end of the month, they'll take the approved tasks in the review column and pay them out. And when they do that, they'll move it to the done column. So anything in the done column will know that they've paid those out. So that's how they're going to interact with the system.
Okay. So basically, we had 3 calls. I mean, 3 official calls with 2. There was 3 basic, 2, but I think there's 3 maybe summary reviews, right, of the calls.
Yes.
And that's what you see in review. It's basically where we have the summary review.
Awesome.
Yeah. So there's 3.
So if we're missing one, we should add that task in as well, and maybe put review comments into the task.
Yeah, I think we just need the one from you, Bruno.
Because that one says approved, right? They're in progress and it says approved. How does that work? You approve it at that point?
We approved the lead generator to make the first call and do the introduction.
Okay.
But he's already done that, so we just need the verification form filled out from Bruno.
And I just I added a comment saying with the verification form as well.
Bruno, try to do, if you can, please fill it up before the end of the. Yeah.
Is it a summary of the Virunga one? Or is it the other one?
Once you send the summary of the meeting of the Virunga, then we basically go through that. We do a final approval for the lead, and then you're entitled to get the reward for that. And we want to pay if possible early next week. So for you guys already for the month of September.
Maybe. Sorry. Something that might be helpful. Maybe just so I could see how to set it up. If they're creating an actual collaboration or an agreement, how do you think we should set up that task? Should it be a different format or?
And just to add to that, I've actually I've pretty much done it, but the one thing I was missing, which didn't let me upload it, was I needed a document or something, or a picture as part of the lead to verify it. And I couldn't. I emailed Victor from Virunga, and he was actually away right now until the 7th of October. I tried to get him to send me a document with his stuff to just add to that, and yeah, haven't gotten that yet.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, I'm not sure what else I can put there to kind of help verify it.
I just made it so that one's not required, so you can fill it out if that makes it a little easier.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll do that. And just one kind of quick question related to this. When we spoke to Victor, he was kind of already asking if we could sign NDAs and stuff so we could share more information. And I guess it's quite curious to know, how we'd do the process with sensitive information, right? It's going to be.
Yeah, it's a good question. It's a very good question. I think that's the second phase, right? So after the lead is approved and there is interest to go forward, and we kind of discuss how can we create agreement. Then if they want to share sensitive information with someone just to discuss, they can share, but they cannot share it with the community. I mean, we cannot guarantee sensitive information get into the community. It's not in this stage, it's too complex, right? So if they want to share, they just need to be aware they are signing an NDA agreement with someone specific. And then you can do brainstorm together with them. That's my suggestion. If there is really something top, they can sign. If you want to take it towards an agreement, they can sign with you, and then you try to help them to get it into an agreement level. But don't share any sensitive information with the community. That's my recommendation, if it makes sense. Yes. But anyone else can say something else. I mean, that's my opinion.
Is that okay? Is that not a conflict of interest if I get a lead for myself? Is that okay? Is that no issues?
No,
there?
Because eventually we see what is defined as an agreement, right? So an agreement, either they're able to actually create relationship with ecosystem companies, or they're able to come and engage, let's say, in conferences, or they are going to apply in Fund 10, right? So this will constitute agreement, kind of in the as we defined it. So I mean, if they need to provide you some information in order to help them get the agreement, I don't see a conflict of interest in that.
Yeah, no, just thinking about it, like I'm making the lead.
No,
but
it's good. It's
ends
good.
up coming to me, but yeah, I guess that makes sense. Ultimately, it is for Cardano, right? It's not just for me. I'm just want to help them with that.
Yeah, because the lead is approved, right? After the.
Oh, you went off. You went
We
off, Mike.
lost your sound, Yoram.
I think you got unplugged. We do need to go to the other meeting really quick too.
Is
Oh,
now
yeah.
trying to see what's wait for them on them. Sorry.
Oh, that's wild. It just caught up, didn't it? Oh, maybe it's me because Cole looks like he's talking, but he's on mute.
Oh, I can hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Okay,
I was
good.
just saying, maybe we wrap this up,
Yes.
and
Mm.
hop over to that other meeting. But yeah, thank you, both of you for being kind of our guinea pigs in this process, and then also just for all your support and suggestions and comments, and that's really helping us build this into the
Absolutely.
model we want to create. So I appreciate
Absolutely.
we all appreciate it.
So the other meeting we're just doing now is C4C, GTBBL, working on tokenomics with the gimbal
Okay.
token. So you may want to pop over there too, but let's shut this one down, whoever's the host.